What's up, everyone? Welcome to episode 10 of Laying in the Fairway. Today is Wednesday, June 21st, and let's get it.
Hey, Stu.
What's up, Ken? How you doing, bud?
Not much, man. Almost had a glorious U.S. Open, but it all came crashing down Sunday.
You're so close. You're so close. Uh, that was awesome. That would have been so fucking sweet, but it was all. I mean, the leaderboard was great, and like the excitement of thinking Ricky might win all weekend.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I got super excited. I was at a wedding. My whole family's there. They were all talking about it, honestly. And I was getting text messages from people. How much did you put on Ricky? Like, just from random people, too. I think that, I don't know if they actually listened or saw the Instagram clip.
Yeah.
But yeah, I was all excited. I was kind of getting like, I I am getting older. I can tell I'm getting older, and like having kids and stuff is like making me weird because I was like a little emotional at the wedding at certain times. Was it, to the just like seeing my extended family. I was like, it's just so beautiful. But just honestly too, just thinking like Ricky's gonna do it, man. He's
I'm
finally
so
gonna.
proud of Ricky.
I ordered two
That's
new
funny.
Puma shirts on Friday morning uh before I left for the wedding, and yeah, I was
That's
I was all
hilarious.
excited. And then just Sunday, man, for you could tell like the first couple holes you go, oh shit, he's one of those days where I mean it happens every major, I feel like, where there's someone at the top of the leaderboard, just Sunday comes tumbling down, and you can
Yeah.
tell right away. They just like miss hit a ball or miss like an easy putt. You're like, all right, you got a couple holes to recover, but as soon as that next bogey comes, you're like, oh, that's it, man. You can just tell.
You
So
could tell,
you
like,
knew early
he's
on.
like, he's got nothing today.
Yeah. Yep.
And he didn't really need anything. Like, nobody ran away with it, but it's still just like, ah, God, he doesn't have
Yeah.
it today. It was
Yeah.
like,
Too
felt
many
like Brooks
bogeys.
at the Masters,
Yeah. Yeah. Oh,
you
yeah.
know?
Exactly. Exactly. So yeah, you start making a couple bogeys that they normally don't make. And it's like,
Yeah.
uh-oh, he's gone.
Yeah. Primetime golf was pretty sweet, though. Like, I don't know. I feel like, I mean, we get primetime golf sometimes, but not till like 11 o'clock at night. And I mean, it
Yeah.
was kids were in bed and they weren't even on the back nine yet. Like,
Right. Yeah. That part was awesome. Like Saturday night, I had the wedding, and Friday night I actually
yeah.
had the welcoming party. So I missed a good chunk of it just being at night. But I was like watching on my phone and stuff and getting yelled at for being rude.
Oh well.
But it was tough. Like it was cool, but also tough if you had like night plans. A lot of times, like
Yeah.
Saturday, you can kind of watch the golf and then go to dinner or do whatever.
True.
But bedtime does, for us dads, bedtime does get in the way. So that part was definitely cool.
Yeah, yeah,
But
yeah,
it was also weird being like, what time leaders tee off? Oh, 6:40 on
yeah,
Saturday. It was like that's kind of wild.
yeah.
I don't remember like when
That
they
late.
play at Torrey and Riviera, I'm like, I don't remember it being like this late. See,
Yeah, 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 I agree. Usually ends at like I feel like
is there a
8,
smaller field, I guess?
8:30. No, it
Does
wasn't
US Open
smaller
have a
field. I don't
bigger
know.
field because they let the qualifiers in or something?
Maybe I don't know what the deal was, but
But not on
uh,
Saturday after the cut. Like,
yeah,
yeah, that was
who
weird.
knows? Who knows? Well, I guess we just jumped right into the U.S. Open, so let's just keep it going. So U.S. Open, Wyndham Clark won, which
Yeah.
all right. So the whole time I'm watching, I'm like, God, Wyndham Clark's fucking boring, man. Like he's steady and he's just like
Yeah.
no real fire, and like so he hits the 3 wood on 14, he sticks it, and like I would have been like, fuck yeah, like all jumping up and down, and then they show the story. I didn't know his whole story, I guess, either. They show the story about his mom, and then after he puts out on 18, like all the emotion just comes out like a volcano. And then
Yep.
by the end of it, I was like, I think I like this guy
Yeah.
actually. I've
Yeah.
been
I had the
talking
same
shit about
feeling.
him for the last 3 days.
Yeah. Yeah, it definitely didn't help having Ricky up there too.
Yeah.
But yeah, I had the same exact thought. And even Sunday, even when you could tell he was going to win, I was just still so bitter about Ricky that I couldn't enjoy it. But like you said, yeah, once you get to like 16, you're like, all right, I don't want this guy to fuck up now, you know. And
Yeah,
then that, like you
true.
said,
Yeah.
18 for sure. Once you saw the emotion, and then I saw a couple celebrations where he was out chugging from the trophy and stuff. I was like, oh yeah, this guy's awesome. But
Yeah, yeah, for sure.
yeah, he's
Dude, he
got
he
game
could
too,
fucking
man.
dude, he can fucking roll it, man. His putting,
Mm-hmm.
like, I mean, even that putt on 18, he's like 60 feet. I'd have been shitting my pants, and he just put it to like 12 inches, and it's like
Yeah.
it was nothing.
Yep. Yeah,
So
dude. I mean, that's just as hard as making like a 15-footer to win for sure. Like
yeah.
that's a crazy lag putt under that pressure. Those are the putts where I feel like you short arm it and leave it 10 feet short versus like if
Hmm.
you have a 15-footer to win, like, you can kind of get it online hopefully and just pray. But like that 60-foot lag putt, yeah, that's balls of steel. That was, yeah, pretty wild. The story about him having Ricky's putter also pretty wild.
Hmm.
I don't know if you
Yeah.
saw that. And then today I
Yeah,
actually
yeah,
saw that it was actually Ricky's caddy that originally had the putter. So Ricky stole it from his caddy. Then Wyndham
yeah.
stole it from Ricky.
Dude,
And
golfers
like,
are such nut
yeah,
jobs.
oh dude, yeah. I mean, I've done that. Like, someone gets a new putter, you're like, oh, let me hit that thing. You're like, oh, that feels nice. Like, but like, I already got a Scotty that was way too expensive. I'm like, oh, I have to just keep playing this because pretty sure my wife
Yeah,
bought it for me too. So I'm like, well, yeah,
don't
I
get rid of
don't
that
want to.
one.
Yeah, no. But yeah, dude, it's wild. I imagine that's kind of weird if you're Ricky. You're like, damn it, why'd I give him that putter? Like,
Yeah,
like you're
yeah,
compete. He just whoops your ass on Sunday, and
yeah.
uh,
I wonder if this will like he's had a good year leading up to this, and then this win, like if it's just gonna propel him like a little like late bloomer type
I
thing. 'Cause he's
mean,
29. It's not like he's 23 years old or anything. Like he's a little
yeah. Yeah, I mean,
so.
you gotta think so. I mean, sometimes guys get hot and like
Hmm.
come in and have a couple wins, but I feel like he's here to stay. Um, just because he's got the game too to back it up, and now he clearly has the confidence. And I
Oh
think as a
yeah,
golfer, that's all you need. So I see him sticking around a bit for sure.
I agree.
But
I
you never
agree.
really know with golf; it's so fickle.
Oh yeah, there one day, gone the next for sure.
Hmm.
Like honestly, Sunday, I think because we were rooting, I was rooting for Ricky. Obviously, you were rooting for Ricky. It felt kind of boring just because it
Yeah.
like the wind was out of the sails so fast,
Hmm.
and Wyndham was up like 4 shots early in the back nine, but then he almost, I mean, he brought
Yeah, he had a
everybody
couple
right back
bogeys.
in it, and I was like, oh shit, it got real interesting there at the end.
Yeah.
Uh, I was so
Yeah.
glad like Rory didn't make any putts all day. Like he couldn't make a putt for shit all day long.
Yeah.
Had he made just one or two, a bit different story, I feel like.
He better get Ricky's putter. Yeah, I know, man. It was just I'm sure everyone has had this thought, but it's been his Sunday performance recently, and it was almost like a carbon copy of the Open last year, where it didn't really
Hmm.
like do anything bad. He just didn't make any putt,
Yeah,
and you can't win like that on Sunday in a major. That's for
just a
sure.
bit a billion pars.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
he had like
I
12
mean,
straight pars or something, at
yeah,
least. That was
yeah.
crazy. And
Uh,
then fuck, go ahead.
I was just gonna say, like, that course setup was pretty bizarre, but like like 16, 17, 18, I felt like were more the tougher holes on the course. So there
Hmm.
wasn't, especially 18 on Sunday, for whatever reason, there was like you weren't going to birdie that hole unless you hit like a crazy good shot from for those pin locations. So like
Yeah,
once once it was coming down to that, on the back, it was kind of like, okay, well, Rory's not going to birdie, so it's either going to be Wyndham fucking up, or like that's the only option here. So I like at that point you weren't rooting for Wyndham to fuck up. If Rory made like 2 or 3 birdies on the back, coming down the stretch and won, it would be like, okay, like cool, someone went out and won it, like versus like, Wyndham fucking up. So yeah, I definitely was not rooting for Rory on the back nine
No,
either. Once he wasn't going to make a putt.
no, not at all. Speaking of the course, like that course really didn't do it for me, man. Um, I don't know, like parts of it just didn't feel like a US Open um course to me. I don't know if it was the super wide fairways or the like the rough around the greens wasn't super fucking deep. It was just like really deep around the bunkers for some reason. Like I wish they would have. I don't know. It just didn't feel like a US Open course to me.
So yeah, I agree, man. The course just kind of sucked as far as like um your standard US Open setup is with the crowds. I feel like the USGA kind of outdoes tries to outdo themselves half the time. Like Chambers Bay and like that sometimes they pick these courses and then like they almost try to talk them up more
Yeah,
than like what it is, just to be like, oh, this is the US Open, this is the most exclusive country club in the United States, like blah blah blah. And it's like, all right, like honestly it just looks like a normal course. They just have some wacky stuff, like you said, like long grass around the bunkers, like, and kind of like, I don't know, that's kind of whack. Like
yeah.
if you hit it in the bunker,
Well,
that's penalty enough. Like I don't know. Why are you gonna have long grass around? Like it was just like weird setup for sure.
mm-hmm.
And I said earlier, just like 16 the closing holes, there wasn't like, it's fun when those holes have a birdie opportunity. When like there's no option here other than to try to get a par. Like I don't think that's as fun. And then there's like blatant birdie holes early on that are
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
I like having the option like 18 at Augusta, still a tough ass birdie, but it's possible. Like, and it's cool as shit to see a birdie on 18 coming in on Augusta, like that's
Mm-hmm.
necessary. So like, um, you know, yeah, it didn't do it for me either. And I think honestly, I wouldn't have thought twice about it if the announcers all week, especially Thursday and Friday, and all like the Twitter people, like Instagram as well, were just like blasting how cool and awesome this course was. Like
I
how
know,
like
right?
and all these dumb facts about like how expensive it is and all that. It's like, yeah, it's a nice country club. It's exclusive,
Yeah.
cool. Like I
Well,
don't
and
really
like
care about that stuff.
the crowd was like, I don't feel like the crowd was ever in it. I don't know if it was like a super corporate crowd or just like hoity-toity or what, but I never felt like the crowd was really like I don't. There's no. It didn't feel like much energy, you know.
Yeah, yeah, for
And there's
sure.
and then the super fucking weird decision to open up the ropes on 18
Yeah,
and let everybody run up the fairways. Like this dude's about to putt to win the Open, and like though everybody surrounding the green, they're all being loud as shit. Like
yeah.
that was a really weird decision they made, but
Yeah, I
I
mean
don't know.
they did that at the tour championship, a few
Yeah.
times, stuff like that. So it's like kind of a cool visual. At least it was when Tiger did it. But yeah, for
Yeah,
that
I guess.
group on 18, like, and especially the way the rest of the week had gone as far as the crowds, like to let them do that at that
Mhm.
point was pretty bizarre. Well, luckily
Yeah.
he made that putt anyway. So
Yeah.
like that would have sucked ass if that became like a complaint.
Yeah. It's a
Um,
good thing it didn't what happened you see what happened to Gordon Sargent on his last putt
yeah,
and
yeah, yeah.
it popped right out the hole. That's a good thing that didn't
Yeah.
fucking happen. Like what was that? Was the cup like
Dude,
not
apparently
set
the cup,
correctly?
like, yeah, yeah. Apparently they fixed it right after that.
What a
Um,
mess.
yeah, yeah. It was it, it's one of those things like it just becomes a thing of expectation. When you talk up a course that fucking much, your expectations are gonna soar, and it's just like, all right, dude, it was,
Hmm.
I don't know, it was a course.
Yeah,
It was,
yeah, yeah, for sure. For sure. It wasn't like an open at Pebble or Oakmont or anything
right.
like that. Like it
Yeah,
didn't have
yeah.
that iconic feel. But I don't know. They're
No.
coming back there again, like 10 years or so. Maybe they'll figure it out. Who knows? Who knows? I mean, all in all, though, it was a good tournament. Leaderboard was pretty sick. Scheffler never like ever not gonna make have a top 10. I mean, he's always just fucking
Dude,
in
yeah.
it. His season so far is insane. And then I saw he has 9 top 10s in his last 13 major starts.
Sheesh.
That's fucking outrageous, dude.
Yeah.
I mean, that's three plus years of majors, and you had top 10, and what's that, 70% of them? It's
Yeah.
pretty outrageous.
That is absolutely
That's some
outrageous.
that's some Tiger shit.
Yeah, I'm
But
sure like I'd love to see the tiger meme of his stat line over like
mhm,
the 6 years versus that, because that is absolutely insane. I'm sure Tigers is like mind blowing, but still, I agree, dude. That's especially like today's day and age with like the like I feel like the like Wyndham Clark, for instance, coming out of nowhere. Like there's guys like every week that are jumping up the leaderboard that like the field is just so good now.
yeah,
For Scotty to be that consistent, it's absolutely insane.
yep, yep. Well, three majors down, one to go. So, I mean, they've all been pretty sweet so far. Hopefully, the Open can close us out good. But we got another designated event after a major coming up, which is this another outrageous like scheduling flop. I feel like I don't understand why they do that.
Yeah, I guess keep the momentum going,
I guess
but
I don't know, but you give it your all in a major, and then you got to turn around and go play the Travelers, and you're like
yeah,
required to
didn't they
play
do
it.
that? It wasn't Harbor Town right after the Masters, an elevated
Mm-hmm.
event, and
Yeah,
then Rory got all that shit for
for
skipping.
skipping it. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah, yeah, I don't know. Maybe
So
they're trying to like not have a big letdown the week after a major.
yeah,
But yeah, definitely. I mean, PJ Tour's been fucking up all year.
yeah. It seems like it, doesn't it?
Yeah.
But so the Travelers is one of those events where like I I clearly recognize the name,
Hmm.
but I you could give me 100 guesses and I couldn't guess like where it's played or anything like that if I didn't already look it up. But I still don't know the course. I know it's played in Connecticut and that's it. But I don't feel like it's that iconic. Maybe it is. I don't know.
Yeah.
I wonder
I
what went into their decision to make these events elevated.
yeah, no idea. I mean, it is like it is just it's slightly known tournament from the name at least. Just and I
Hmm.
know like I feel like Bubba used to win it all the time back in the day. So that's the only really thing I remember from it. But yeah,
Yeah.
definitely not a course I really remember. Yeah, I don't know. I couldn't tell you.
Yeah, the last three winners been good though. It was Xander, Harris English, and DJ, and it was like
Yeah, that's
Harris
pretty
English's
solid.
season before he got hurt when he was just like on fire a couple years ago.
Yeah.
But I don't. I just wonder, man. I feel like these guys might be gassed um after a major again. I don't. I
Yeah.
wouldn't want to and travel all the way across the country too,
Yeah,
from
travel to
LA to
Connecticut.
Connecticut. Like
Damn,
fuck
man.
that.
Yeah.
It is the final one of the regular season, so they're gonna try to get that last big paycheck
Yeah,
before.
yeah, yeah.
I mean, before the FedEx Cup playoffs. I guess I should say it's the last one. Um, so I hope it's good. I I just don't know what to expect out of it. Honestly, like you might have another like Kurt Kitayama type thing where it's like, where the fuck did this guy come from? I mean, he's having a good year,
Nick
but still, that's not like who
Nick
you expect to
Taylor.
win these damn
Yeah.
things. Yeah, exactly,
Yeah.
exactly.
Yeah. I
But we'll
mean,
see.
maybe we'll get a
Uh,
playoff or something.
yeah, I'm just wondering how much golf I'm gonna be able to clock this weekend after Father's Day weekend. I Even though like we went to the lake this weekend, I still watched a shit ton of golf. And I was like, yep, this is my duty. It's Father's Day. This is what I'm doing this weekend.
Oh yeah, did the same thing
I was
on
able to
Sunday for
justify
sure.
it. I was able to justify it because like my grandparents and stuff were there and they're big golf nuts. And I was like, I'm spending time with my grandparents. So,
There you go.
yeah. All right, man. Well, let's try to make a pick here that's gonna hit, Ken. I thought you had
Yeah,
one. I thought you
I
had one that
know.
was gonna make your whole season.
But
You
instead I
could
lost like 12 units.
have. So
Yeah,
close,
that was a
it's
big
so far
dagger.
away.
Yeah,
Yep, yep. All right. Well, I'm gonna pick the top Australian golfer, top Aussie to finish, and
just
I'm
going.
going with Adam Scott plus 300. Jason Day was the favorite here. He was like plus 180, but I mean, he didn't really play well at the Open. I don't feel like he's played well in the later half of this year either, honestly.
Yeah, he was
He
playing
started
good.
out
It,
on
it seems
fire.
like he's a little cold right now, for
Yeah.
sure.
And Adam Scott's just steady Eddie. I
Steady
feel
Eddie,
like
man.
he really is. So I'm gonna go Adam Scott, top Aussie, plus 300.
Yeah, just picking a new country every week, huh?
Yeah, I don't know why I keep dipping my toe in this nationality
Well, I feel like it's
pool, but
like good bets, good odds. Um,
yeah. Well, there's only a handful of guys. It's like
right.
he can be one of like six guys. So
Yeah.
maybe that's my thought.
Yeah, be careful about Minwoo Lee.
He's been awesome. He's been killing it, and he
He
hits
played good
the
last week.
piss
Yeah.
out of the ball, dude.
Yeah.
Do you see that
That'd
one
be the
hole he hit I think it was 16. Maybe it's been 16. I don't know. But it was like a 490-yard par 4 and he had 80 yards into the green. He hit like
good Lord.
driver yeah, and like a little three-quarter lob wedge into the green.
Yeah. 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 He played well last week. That'd be the only Aussie I'm scared of.
Mhm.
He's plus 7,500 to win, by the way. If you want to
Ooh.
sprinkle a little well,
Yeah,
you don't want to do that. Never mind. Because
I
that's
don't
gonna
want to do
ruin your
that.
bet.
Yeah.
All right, let's go Adam Scott.
All right.
um
Who
all
are you
right.
looking at?
So I I lost. I'm really devastated after last week, and I was thinking today. I was like, man, maybe I should get off the winners train. That was too brutal. After after
Do
thinking I had a chance all week, but I'm not because I'm not a quitter, Stu. That would be ridiculous.
it.
um, I kind of I like Rory this week a little bit. Um,
hmm
kind of the opposite of my normal thought about the post major letdown. I think he's plus 1,200, kind of a decent pick. Um, as far as like, I just think there's gonna be no pressure this week, and he needs a win. He's been playing well. If he's relaxed, I could see him making a little run there. But I don't like his odds at 1,200 quite enough. So
Uh,
I'm going Tom Kim plus 3,500. I think he found a little something here at the US Open. People were expecting a huge year from him. Hasn't done much all year, but he played great through the weekend. Well, starting on Friday through Sunday, he played pretty damn well there. Um, at a tough course.
yeah. He
So
threw a 29 in there at one point.
yeah,
Like,
yep. So I think he found something over the weekend, and he's going to keep it hot. He's motivated for a win because he's been playing like shit all year. So at plus 3,500, I like that. Like early in the year, I feel like he was like, he was getting crazy out. He was like not maybe not the favorite, but he was like top five like early on in the year.
yeah,
People are expecting big things. So I think now he might be kicking it into gear, getting geared up
yeah.
for the Open and the playoffs and all that. So I'm going Tom Kim, see if he can stay hot.
I like it. I like it. Yeah, early in the year, I don't know if it was the pressure getting to him. He's reading his own headlines or what,
Oh
but
yeah.
like after his close to last season, then the President's Cup, he was awesome, and
Mm-hmm.
um, I don't know. I don't know if he what he was feeling. I mean, he is only like 20 years old, so
It's
it's
hard
probably
not to like
yeah,
start buying into it. I mean, same
yeah,
reason I
yeah, yeah,
think like Ricky and Xander, you shoot 62 on Thursday. It's tough to keep that up. If you end last year hot, people are expecting big things all year, all off season. That's all you're thinking about. It's like, all right,
hmm
I played good last year. Let's have a good year. Like, it's just like that mindset is tough. So,
yeah, for
and he's a
sure.
young guy.
I
Golf is
like it
a humbling game. So,
for sure. I like it. I like it. All right, so there it is. Adam Scott just beat the other Aussies, and Tom Kim to win. Let's put some numbers on the
alrighty.
board, Ken.
Yeah, I'm negative units now. So
That's
we
all
had to
right.
switch from win losses to units. And now I'm negative
Change
units.
our trapping system.
We got to figure it out a
Uh,
new way now.
all right. Well, we want to thank everyone for listening. Remember to subscribe to the pod and follow all our socials at Fairway Pod on Twitter, at Laying in the Fairway Pod on Instagram, and check out our YouTube channel. We had some technical difficulties here, so hopefully the YouTube channel gets a new episode this week. If not, it might just be audio only. We'll find out, right?
Yeah, it might be like a quarter episode on YouTube.
Yeah. All right. Well, thanks everybody for listening.
See y'all.